If you haven't sold your first beat yet, you have no idea what it actually takes. There are millions of people every year who are installing FL Studio on their cute laptops. 90% of them forget about producing after a few weeks or months. And 90% of those remaining 10% will never sell anything in this industry. Selling one beat will not change your life, but you need to change your life to sell your first beat. I'm more Darsky and I made my first case selling beats online last year. Let's talk about what it took to sell my first beat. At first, it took me 2 years of producing. I made my first actual sale after producing 2 years in FL Studio. So I started in 8th grade in primary school and I did my sale in the end of 2nd year of high school. Holiday before high school, 1st year of high school, 2nd year of high school, and at the end of 2nd year of high school I made my sale, okay? 1.5 year uploading my beats to YouTube. You could not find most of them because I made them unpublic or private, but generally I started uploading my first type beats after like half year of producing, so 1.5 year of putting my beats on YouTube. I had to post overall something like 100 beats to the internet. It's something like 70 beats to YouTube and I think 30-40 beats to my SoundCloud because I also used to post my beats on SoundCloud. So I posted at least 100 beats to the internet at this point. I kind of tried to blow up 100 times, and only after those 100 failures of trying to blow up, I could make my first sale. For those 2 years, nobody believed that this is possible to sell beats. Not any of my friends, of even close friends, not talking about those not close, I'm talking about my previous girlfriend, I'm talking about my parents, about my family. Nobody believed that this is possible. When I started to talk about selling beats online, everybody looked at me like on a maniac. It just didn't seem like something realistic, and be prepared for that if you want to sell your first beat. Most of people will never believe that this is possible to just sell some piece of MP3 for money. Even when you make your first money, people will still not believe you, but if you haven't made your money, nobody will think that this is possible. So for first year or two, you will be the only person that believes in selling your beats. I had to put hundreds of dollars, even like something like up to $1,000 in advance in gear, plugins and other stuff to become producer. I spent it on some of the stuff was also for rap recording because it was kind of my side hustle in music. So yeah, music interface, headphones, some plugins, microphone, also some stuff for making room acoustically ready for recording. Generally a lot of this small stuff. I also had to buy my first MIDI keyboard, so yeah, hundreds of dollars easily put into this, and also FL Studio because I bought my FL Studio. Whole primary school and first year of high school I was a student, okay? In primary school I was one of the best students. In first year of high school it was more about socializing than studying, so I don't really think that it wasn't that much about grades and studying, more about socializing. But generally I was always one of the best students in the school, in my city, in the class. In second year of high school, I went more seriously into producing. I started to fail exams, I started to fail tests. I went from A, I generally got a different grade system in Poland, so I'm not sure how to call it, but you could call it from A to D student. Generally, I started to fail even math exams, and I was in maths class, so it was really a big thing for me because I used to go on a mathematical competition when I was a kid, and I failed few tests of math, okay? And it was like, then I figured this out, and generally I improved my grades a lot in next years, but second year of high school was terrible, really. Like considering my abilities to study, I really had to go to bare minimum of studying it this year. And the last thing, and that's actually the best, I had to stop playing any games, watching any Netflix, any movies, anything, okay? I was still vaping in second year of high school, I was drinking some beer and stuff, so I wasn't perfect, I wasn't some self-improvement guru at this point, but I gave up totally on video games, on streaming services and stuff like that. Generally, I put my 100% of that free time into producing. One single, the best improvement of my life was giving up on video games. If you're a producer and you still play video games, there is no bright future for you. You need to give this up and start producing seriously if you want to make your first sale. We all as humans have limited resources and we need to manage them wisely. It's time, it's connection, it's our energy. It's our brain energy that we can put into something. These are hours of day that we can just put into something. Like a day is 24 hours for everybody. Life is like 100 years long for everybody. We have limited resources of our effort and time. And if you are not willing to exchange your current resources for other resources, you will not do your first sale. You need to exchange your video games, some of your relationships, some of your free time for doing like some stupid shit to just get money instead, to get views instead, to get skills instead. You need to exchange those worst resources for those high value resources. And for all guys who are still willing to sell your first bit, okay, who are just going on this path, who are willing to do this, you will find here and there information that this producer made his first sale after 1 month of producing, after 3 months, maybe. I think that Skrillex, this guy that was a lot of years ago, he was viral with some techno songs. He went viral when he was 6 months into producing. And yeah, in every industry there are those unicorns that are randomly getting viral, people that are as talented as crazy, and they will just get crazy advanced at the beginning. But don't trust this. Most of us producers spend years grinding without any money, any connections, any views. We are just maniacs in our bedroom producing shitty beats, and once we start to make decent beats, we start to make money, views, and people look at us as a businessman and not just some maniac in the bedroom, okay? But your first year, your first sale will be blood, tears, and you will feel like an idiot for most of time. People sometimes get monetized after more than it took me 2 years. For some people it could be 5 years, but generally if you stick to my advice from this channel, you can monetize in 1 year easily. You just have to stick to this grind. So if you want to make your first sale and then you want to make your first K from producing, I got something for you. This is special video from me. This is specifically on setting up your business. If you're serious in this, and if you want to, instead of waiting 2 years, you want to make your sale in 1 year or even faster, go check first, link in the description. It's behind a little paywall, but it is worth it. I'm Mordalski and I will help you make your first K selling beats online. You can also follow me on Instagram and subscribe me here on YouTube. So that's all for today. Bye.